Hey guys, Danny Johnson here, and today we're looking at this 2024 Raptor R. I really do like the R version with the V8 that's supercharged. The little power dome's a little bit higher on that one. So here's the Predator 5.2 liter V8, 720 horsepower, 640 pound-feet of torque, very similar to what the GT 500 has, but plenty of power for doing whatever you need to with a truck. And the MSRP on these is $109,000, and they're still asking $122,000 with 22,000 miles on it. So maybe a little bit high, but I know that there always are markups on these. I just don't know that I'd be willing to pay them. The interior on these, they've done a very good job at. I really like the American flag. It's on both sides, the passenger and the driver's side there. It's a really nice touch. A big screen for your infotainment. And, just like some of the other generation Raptors, it's closer to the second gen. The first gen V8, was a lot older than this, but this one, like the other ones, has 6 of these auxiliary switches at the top, and it's really cool how some of them don't do anything, so you can wire other accessories in, and you already have some nice switches in place. This one had the heated and cooled seats for the front, which is really nice. Going into the back, it's pretty roomy back here. Sufficient. I sat in it and felt good being 6 feet tall. It does have the child anchors only on the outer 2 seats, which is pretty common. My other trucks have been like that too. Big moonroof. And in the back, you have the heated seats for the outer 2. And again, that big moonroof. I really like the R logo here, the steering wheel, lots of options. And notice how they've changed this from red to kind of that still center checkered style. It still looks really nice. Nice graphics with everything here. And this does have the 10-speed automatic transmission, and I'm glad to see the paddle shifters. That's a very useful thing for a high-performance transmission. With the 37-inch tires, you sit up pretty high, and the nice folding down shift lever, I believe that folds straight down when you push a button, so it's out of your way while you're driving. And a center console here. Plenty of space down in there. I really like the door handles, how they're a nice metal color to them. And the 37-inch tires, it looks like it had this beauty ring that would have to be taken off if you're taking the tires off. And the Ford in the grill had a really cool pattern to it. I thought that looked really nice. And, of course, your forward-facing camera for crawling. I think it's only in 4 low that it comes on, or parking. And, of course, you got to love the Raptor marker lights, the orange ones that light up because it's over 80 inches wide. The Raptor comes in at 86.3 inches, so it's actually a lot wider than that, so it is a requirement to have those. And the Raptor was the first truck to kind of integrate those into the grille rather than just on the cab. So, of course, that's really cool. Underneath, didn't look like there were many leaks, and that was my concern, as I'd heard the 10-speed transmission has some problems with leaking, but maybe they've sorted that out by now. But other than that, it looked pretty stock under here. And from the back, nice white. I think it was Oxford white. I really like the Raptor graphics that they typically have. This one looks like it had been deleted, but I think that gives it a lot more character. And some people don't like the call outs as much, but the larger power dome, which I believe is bigger than the EcoBoost. I do like how the steering wheel is mostly leather. I don't like how some of the GT 350s and all that had the suede over time. And that's the only real concern I would have with this interior, is it looks like the materials that they use for the suede might not hold up very well compared to leather, but maybe it would be okay. Just have that kind of mesh look when you're looking at the back seat, especially when you see the two-tone. It almost looked like a pair of gym shorts, so I'm not sure how well that would hold up. But overall, beautiful truck. I just don't think with 22,000 miles, 2 years old, that it's worth $10,000 over MSRP at this point. So let me know what you guys think. Would you still pay that much of a markup for something that's a few years old and used? It's really hard to put over $100,000 out on something like this. So thanks for watching. We'll check you guys on the next video. Thanks, guys.